welcome back. This year, the Academy Awards nominated 10 films for Best Picture instead of the traditional 5. This has not been done since 1943, and it looks like it's a change that might last. The Academy Awards said that they wanted this change because it allows more commercially popular films to be nominated for such an amazing category. So, do you agree? Like, do you think this should last, or do you like the 5 better?
I think it's a bit exhaustive to have the 10 because, yeah, you get the more commercially popular films like Up, but you still know there's still always going to be those top 3 contenders, no matter how many movies you put in.
Yeah. Right.
No, I agree. Because obviously these movies were popular. Obviously they spent time where everyone across the country, across the world has gone and seen them, so you know that they're successful. I feel like these awards are more special, and it's from more about the art and the meaning of it and not the popularity. I think that the ones that were nominated were great this year, but I don't think that they should continue this because I feel like it's just going to be filling in for to fit that 10 spot, and I feel like it's going to lose the value and the quality of it.
Yeah, but this year definitely all the movies that were nominated were amazing, and this year I must say a lot of the movies that were selected had so much variety, and they were all selected with great insight.
Yeah, but what happens next year?
Yeah.
Say they do this, and you have just bad movies coming out, and something.
Twilight.
Yeah, and something like Twilight gets nominated.
Well,
for
I mean,
Oscar.
guys, that'll probably win. Obviously, that's why it wasn't there. They didn't want. Obviously, Twilight would win. They couldn't have it there. But no, I agree because I feel like honestly, I don't think I could see Up winning.
Exactly.
I do not think they should have animated movies.
No.
Okay,
I
well,
already have their own category.
I completely disagree.
Okay.
I loved Up. I was crying within the first 5 minutes of watching that film.
But it's animation.
It doesn't
it's
matter.
It's not people. It's not real emotion.
I thought it was done beautifully.
Right.
I
think
the
they need
music,
credibility,
the
yeah.
story.
But
I think no, they're not going to win Best Picture.
Right.
But I like that they were nominated for it because I think they deserve to be nominated for it.
And then they get to put
Animated
on the
movies should
case.
have their own category.
No,
They do
I
have their own
do.
category.
No.
Well,
But I
Up
feel-
shouldn't have been included in.
Yeah, I feel like Up should not have been in this list because the movie, obviously, it's about the acting, it's about the way that people are moving, it's about how they're being told to move, it's about how they look, it's about their interaction.
And that was all chosen.
And I feel like the animation,
Controlled.
if they, I agree, I like the fact that they were in it. I don't think that they should be in the actual list. I think maybe they should have honorary mention. This animated film could have been Best Picture. I just don't.
That's not good enough. That's saying you need the B
Yeah.
team. Sorry.
Right.
But the thing is, I feel like they're putting people on the B team, on the A team, and basically saying, okay, we know you're not going to start, so just sit here on the bench for a second while we,
Okay, and I see that. I see that.
too.
Yeah.
So the people that do the voiceover,
There is talent in
There
that.
is
movie.
talent.
It's
There is
talent, but it's not. Acting is so much more than just a voice.
Because it's so much more your voice. It's about how you're interacting, the chemistry. I mean, obviously, it's
But
not like
maybe
they
that's
just
a good thing that they can incorporate so much emotion through an animated movie.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and those movies take a lot longer to make.
They
I mean,
do.
obviously, Avatar took the longest. Okay. Okay.
Since the 90s.
But doesn't that take 3 or 4 years to make a film
Yeah,
like that?
Toy Story, I believe, took 6 years to make.
Yeah.
All
Finding
the
Nemo took
sketching.
forever to
Yeah.
make.
Yeah.
I think those people deserve credit.
I do too.
I agree, but I think animated movies, I like how they have a completely separate category, and why are we going to go ahead and start mixing them? Do you know what I mean? How is that going to, I just don't, I feel like we're saying, they, animated films, they take so much time, there's so much work, but in a real picture, it's people's interaction, so why are we trying to judge them together when they're obviously so different? Do you know what I mean?
Because Up struck such a chord in people.
Yeah.
I do understand both. I just think that everyone does need recognition, but I do understand because if we did put short films also into this category,
Right.
it could create a huge
would
list.
change it.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe just this year because we had such a great nomination,
Definitely.
but maybe continue.
No, I see why they put it in this year. I'm just saying I don't think they should.
At least it was only
Yeah.
the top 10 films. At least it wasn't top 10 best actress, top 10 best
Yeah,
actor.
that would have
that'd be a
been
little
that would have
much
gotten
too
ridiculous.
hectic.
I
No,
think the
then
list
an
is
animated
too
actor
long
would-
anyway. I think it's too hard for people to decide what's truly the best film.
Between
they have
5?
too many options. No, 10.
Oh, between 10, yeah.
So you definitely wanted to go back to 5 next year?
I
like
think so.
5.
I
The
like
10's
5.
nice, but I think 5 is just what the Oscars is.
Right.
No, yeah, definitely. With the 10, it kind of just made it more of a mediocre. I mean, obviously it's the Oscars, but I felt like if they're gonna continue doing this, it's just it
anyone
won't
can
make
get in.
it won't make this list as special.
It's less than personal.
You know? Yeah, it's just it'll
And,
make
like,
it
And I couldn't even memorize which top 10
Yeah.
was, like, which one's nominated again?
because if we start doing 10 in like another 10 years, we're gonna be doing 15. Another 10 years, we're gonna, you know, I feel like it'll always just continue. I feel like it'll take away.
Okay, so other than Up, were there any movies on that list that you thought did not?
did not
deserve it.
deserve to be on there.
Well, let's see here.
I don't want to be too critical, but I saw Up in the Air. I know so many people loved it, but I just don't remember what happened, and I wasn't very like. I watched it and I really tried to get into it, but it was really plain and for me, and I just thought that it was a really simple movie to be nominated for the Oscars.
District 9. I really liked District 9, but
District 9.
I wasn't expecting it to be great. I went and saw it, and it was really great. But I don't know if it should have been an Oscar.
I didn't even hear of A Serious Man.
I never.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even hear of it.
All right, well, we have to cut this short, unfortunately, but when we come back, we're going to talk about The Hurt Locker, okay? See you soon.